Well, hello to all my Bay Harbor butchers, you New York rippers out there, and I cannot forget my dark passengers. Welcome to my channel. My name is EJ Marino, and we have made it to the end of Dexter Resurrection. What a wild ride it has been, but it is not over yet because we have one more review. Yes, I am talking about Season 1, Episode 10, the finale. We are talking about Injustice for All. On a personal note, there was a lot depending on this episode of Dexter. I had got the screener for it while I was in line for the Lady Gaga concert all the way in Miami. I am a few hours away from Miami, so I was truly like, oh, I cannot wait to get to my hotel and watch this episode. Surprise, Gaga cancels the concert 1 hour, not even 45 minutes before stage time. It is a heartbreaking moment, so I was so looking forward to this episode of Dexter, and my goodness, it did not disappoint. Does it make up for not seeing Lady Gaga? No, but my goodness, what a fun, thrilling finale of Dexter Resurrection. This was exactly what I wanted from this. It completed this season's story pretty well. I honestly think if they did not want to return for a season 2, which I know they are, they would be in a comfortable spot to do so, which is so rare for a television show to complete a season, and I want another season, but also you've told a complete story here, and I'm very, very happy with it. Is there some loose ends? Sure. Where is Elsa? Where is Harrison's friend that we saw for the first half of the season, and we replaced her with his other friend? What is going on there? Where's Al? You know what? Is Al just truly on the kill list for season 2? Those are unanswered moments, but truly I don't care because I had such a great time with it. I saw Miss Claudette have a full dance number. This episode was truly it for me. It was exactly what it needed to be. The acting, my goodness, Michael C. Hall throughout this episode was great. When he hit me with that line at the end, when he was just like, "You will not be talking about my son. That name will not be coming out of your mouth." The aggression, the scariness he said that. I don't often find Dexter to be a scary character. We're in his mind too much for me to think he's truly scary. He scared me there. It was great. It was great. This episode just filled with amazing lines. That one when Harrison also told him hey, can you make sure that's the last time you tell someone to shoot you in the chest because triggering, please. Oh my goodness, yeah, I just think this episode was well written, well thought out. It really did completely complete the season, which is so hard to do. I think we live in the era now where a lot of television shows do not give us satisfying finales. If not, they don't stick the landing. I come from the American Horror Story world. My goodness, we have never stuck a landing ever. It's mind-blowing how hard it is for a television show to get a type of finale like this that, again, feels finale. It feels like the end of the story, but there's still so much room to go, and the show gives us a perfect place. It is such a great ending. That moment where Dexter looks at the camera at the end, it felt like it was for me. It felt like it was for so many fans, when he was just I want to make sure, what was it? Exactly who you want me to be. Ooh, that's so good. I am one person who was very adamant about Dexter New Blood not being that great. Didn't like Harrison, didn't really like the setting. It just wasn't for me. It threw me off of Dexter for quite some time. So this moment at the end felt like somebody it was for someone like me who enjoys Dexter, who's always enjoyed this universe, but just felt like Resurrection was a true return to form. He was resurrected. This season, this whole series was rebirthed with this series, and it's great. It's just, I'm in such a happy spot with where Dexter Resurrection is, and I cannot wait to get into my recap section. Yes, this is the review, this is my overall thoughts. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this episode, because while it's great, there's not a lot to happen, because it's just big, awesome scenes, one after another. The episode begins, and Prater is like, "Hey, Charley, that was kind of wild. Go clean yourself up. We have a lot of stuff to do." And she's like, "So what are we going to do with the killer man that's just hanging out in there?" And he goes, the rules of 3. He has 3 hours with no oxygen, 3 days with this, 3 weeks or whatever with the other one. It's a simple kind of flippant feeling, and that's the problem with Prater. As much as he gets very into what he's doing, he's so flippant. He almost doesn't care, and it's a very interesting character. My goodness, Peter Dinklage acting towards the end of this, but I think the character is interesting, and we really see how every one of the things he's said and done has really came to bite him in the butt. So yeah, we're seeing Charley start already being like, I don't like this. And we cut to Dexter, and he is pure crisis mode. He's just like, this is not where I thought I was gonna die. This is truly out of left field. What is going on? And then we know the good angel on his side. That's Harry. Just always trying to yip yap away, even though me and Harry don't always agree. But we saw Dexter's evil angel. We saw the bad one, and it's his brother Brian. Oh, great. Ooh, what a moment. These two actors are like, they're just like underrated as a pair, and I think this moment was so good. I could have had him in this episode more, just kind of being like, just a looming figure, being like, really, Dexter? That's what we're doing? Like, I absolutely loved this. I could have dealt with so much more. I could have also dealt with, like, Dexter's small little, like, touch of Miami where he, like, heard Quinn's voicemail, and there was, like, a little joke about Masuka, and I'm just like, oh, you can see Dexter misses that life, and, well, I don't think he can ever return. Maybe now with Angel being out of the way, he could possibly return. It's just very strange. It's a hard thing to predict where Dexter goes next, but I just love him in this room just kind of going crazy. He also uses Angel's phone to call Harrison, which is, they start cooking up a plan. And we really see where Harrison has it's like the final exam. He's fully listened and digested everything his dad has said, and he puts it to the test when he has to go save him in this episode. So Harrison's friend invited him to go do a catering thing, which was at Prater's thing, and he is now kind of roped into it to go get his dad out of the vault. He is putting all his skills to the test. He's lying a little bit. There's a little bit of lock picking. It's exactly where he needs to be as a character, but then he runs into one small issue. Charley is waiting for him. Like, my girl knew what the hell was going to go down, and she tells him, like, I'm going to kill you. Like, it's just the cockiness that this isn't full gun to his head. That's going to be something that Leon does to Harrison and quite a bit. But I just like that she's just like, what are you doing? Like, you're going to let that man out? You're not missing much. And Harrison still very much loves his dad. So I think that's interesting. And we see that Dexter exposes that Leon's been kind of doing her dirty as well on top of everyone else. So to see her reaction to that, how heartbroken she is, there's a great scene later on in the episode where she goes and tells him the business. Like, I could possibly, like, one, I could kill you. Two, I could make your life a living hell, and you refuse to just be a better person. Like the stalking of the family and all this, and we see that he's done that before. Leon deserves to be on the table. By the end of this episode, he is a deserved table person. But yeah, just what a time that this was. Dexter ends up getting out of the vault. He uses the inmate's number that was basically grooming Prater from the beginning. He gets out, reunites with Harrison. They kind of devise another plan, and Dexter's like, I need to get my fingerprint out there. You need to go this way, I go this way. And, you know, there's a running theme where, like, oh, they don't notice the help. Of course no one noticed the help, but my neurodivergent Queen Claudette, she clocked him. She clocked something was up. She just knew he was looming around. So Harrison's having to be sneaky, while Dexter gets himself out and gets himself ready for a big epic finale. But things don't go his way exactly. This is where we see that Leon has found Harrison and puts a gun to his head, sends him to the vault, and this is where Dexter has to be like, what am I doing? Which world am I going on? And he finds a perfect balance. This whole season has just been about balance, and this is one of my favorite balanced episodes of Dexter Resurrection. Dexter finds a way to distract Leon enough for Harrison to poke him with a syringe that we kind of knew was around for this, which is good. Again, just paying off so much things. We've seen the syringes work throughout, so Harrison using it is great. Harrison does not partake in a kill, though. He leaves it to his dad. His dad does what he needs to do. He gets Leon on that table. Before he gets Leon on the table, there's some amazing acting from Peter Dinklage. What a great turn here was. I actually think Thurman was probably the best she's been in every episode. Still a tiny bit underutilized as a character, even though she has a finale moment, but I guess it's just my bias for Uma. I could see her do so much. But yes, we have just Peter Dinklage is acting, Michael C. Hall's acting is great, but the moment that he gets him on the table, Prater just completely changes his vibe, and he's almost pathetic. He's almost begging and whiny, and it's just interesting. It goes with his character feeling like such a dandy, a very classic, like a literature kind of stereotype, which is kind of a slightly effeminate man that does what he wants to do on his own, find his own vibe. But that kind of reminds me of Prater here, so it's interesting that we didn't really get to see him explore enough of that because Dexter throws that knife in him And that's it. My favorite part of this episode is definitely not Harrison going down on his girl. Oh my goodness, uncomfortable. But no, Dexter on that boat. What a great moment. I wish Harrison was there to share it with him. They could have just tossed bags off the thing. It would have been cute. I know, sick, but sure, it would have been cute. Overall, just really, really liked this moment. The cinematography was great. Just the line that I said earlier where Dexter was just like, I'm who you want me to be. Ooh, that hit me so hard. That made me truly love what this episode was cooking up. But yeah, overall, I think this is such a well-structured, well-written, well-acted series. It's been one of my favorite ones I've seen this whole summer, and I definitely think it's unique. It feels like Dexter in so many ways, but the changes, the growth that it did in that one era where it had with New Blood, you know, to now, it's great. It's so evolved. It's all I could use. This series has definitely evolved. Even throughout just this season, it has grown so much. Well, everyone, that is it for my review. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we are here. I'm exhausted. I've barely slept. I was supposed to see Lady Gaga, but I really needed to talk about this episode and how much fun I had with it. What did you all think of the Dexter Resurrection finale? What did you think of the season overall? I do have one more Dexter video coming up before I kind of switch gears to something else, possibly reviewing retro review Vampire Diaries into some other shows start. But yes, whoa. Leave your comments down below. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of Dexter Resurrection. I had a blasty blast. I hope you did too. Share your thoughts. Like I said, give me a comment. YouTube takes them so seriously. It is truly my favorite thing though. And give me a thumbs up because YouTube takes those also very seriously. And let's talk about Dexter Resurrection right down below.